4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, everybody. Hello, friends. Welcome back to BSG Annual 2021. We're the Benelux Speedrunner gathering, and we organize very cool speedrun events here in the Benelux. And we are raising money for Mind. If you also want to chime in on that, please get your donations in. You can find the button below the stream or in the chat by typing !donate. And now I have the honor and the pleasure to introduce to you one of the best games of this entire marathon. We got the sanicball with the KillerChair. So please sit back and enjoy this absolute awesomeness of a run. Killer, it's all yours.
Thanks. Hello, everybody. This is sanicball, one of the best epic games in the universe. Of course, made by the Sanic team over here. It's very good. And I'm just gonna be here in the waiting room asking what the character bid war ended up on.
Well, it looks like we actually got a last-minute snipe here.
Ooh.
By a €20 donation by Shadow Frist, with just a smiley face as a comment. And yeah, according to that name, you might guess it already. The winner is Shadow.
Yeah, we're gonna play Shadow. Very good. Here's the beautiful face. If I can line that up a little bit, there we go. And that's the character we'll be rolling with. Fun fact, there's a whole variety of characters here. I'll show them after the run a little bit. There's a few characters that aren't on the list, like these ones, for very obvious reasons that we'll get around to. But I am ready to go. I've got a little set of music, because I had to cut a few songs from the actual in-game playlist for good reasons. So I'll get the song going. And then I will give a countdown, and we're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, good luck.
Thank you, thank you. Alright, so what is sanicball? Well, it is a racing game. You go real fast, and you traverse these tracks of janky physics. This game is a treat. When I started speedrunning this, I couldn't stop smiling for the entire duration of it. And I'm going to be trying to get a whole bunch of very tricky turns and jumps, as the first stage, Green Hill Zone, is already the most difficult stage in the game. It's just got many annoying turns and twists and jumps, and it's got these booster pads and technical braking to make sure that you don't overshoot and flip out of the stage. For instance, over here we get this little break so we can hit this booster. Gonna be finding this next booster, trying to get another tricky jump so we can sort of skim off the wall here. Got that lined up. Get another booster here so we can ride the ceiling a little bit, which makes a very nice turn, leading us into the second lap of the game, with quite an annoying turn to get around back on track. And off we go on a lap 2. If I can... alright, we're gonna have to go for the backup here, riding the bridge. This game often gives you annoying little things along the lines of physics that just don't work with you, and then you're just gonna have to try and deal with it and find ways to not completely fly off of the stage, which the first stage is quite known for. There's a lot that can go wrong on the Green Hill Zone. And yes, if you haven't noticed yet, if you look at the bottom right of the screen, we have the best measurement of how fast we're going, which is the amount of fasts per hour. This is a very fun little thing, since fasts per hour are actually the metric system, whereas if you go for Imperial system, you get light speeds per hour. So depending on what level of meme you want to go for, that's what we got going on. And on to the next stage. We're going to do some technical menuing. As you can ready up the second stage before you actually select the second stage. So you sort of set yourself ready to go, and then pick the stage that we're going to be doing next, which is Flamecore. So I hope everybody's enjoying the tune and the vibes and Shadow rapidly spinning through the air. And now we're going to be utilizing the first reset. You can reset to checkpoint to kind of go and skip certain sections. There's a whole turn with a jump on the other side there, but there's this nice little place where you can kind of just jump over and skip a bit. Flamecore is a difficult stage at certain parts, but if you try and just jump over certain parts the right way, then you can skip most of the trouble. Here's a little gap in the floor, so long as you got enough momentum, you should be able to go over just fine. And here we got a nice large turn spinning to the right. We're going to be going on and having a wonderful, wonderful time with Shadow here. Which gives me a moment to thank everybody for putting in money into the character bid war. It's always fun to see people bid over silly characters, which are basically just balls with faces on them. And yeah, it's incredible. So we're taking this here, this ceiling boost. You sort of just bump into it to get downwards momentum. Downwards momentum being very good for going down the thing, down the slope here. So over the gap yet again. Got a slightly less good landing here. A little bit airtime. Airtime generally makes you go a bit slower when it is mostly upwards or downwards. If you get any airtime at all, you want it to be kind of like this, where it's mostly forward and downward. So that's all well and beautiful. There is a strat on this stage, which you tend to only try and utilize when the run goes bad and you end up going too far on the lava side, which has you bounce between the rocks and end up back on the track. It is very difficult to set up, very difficult to get consistently, but if you can do that, then hey, that's a very swaggy, great strat. I forgot that ready right there on the next stage. Next up is Ice Mountain. Hey, we got the banner Snoop Dogg RNG. That's beautiful. The run has been blessed. Thank you, boy. Thank you, my friend. The banners have randomized text on it, and every now and then you get to see, instead of text, you get to see Snoop Dogg with a silly hat. And you know, who doesn't like that? It's beautiful. Glad to see that during an actual live run. I like to say that that's what blesses the run. So over here we got a difficult thing to go through, but we kind of did it all right. A little bit high up to go all the way up here, but mostly good. Over here there's a few strats you can utilize. You can do what I do here and go into this little corner, turn around and jump off this ledge. Alternatively, you can take a reset to the checkpoint right there at the corner, take a 180 turn and just jump the entire gap. The reason why I think that is slower is because the reset sets your momentum to absolutely zero, so you have to build it up all the way from nothing again. But it's a fairly safe strat to utilize. So we climbed the mountain, being pretty difficult climb, but we got over back on the second lap. Ice Mountain is a map that, while it's fairly easy generally, if it goes wrong real bad. You can fly off the wrong end, have to take a reset, and a few other nasty little things. So we're taking this one slightly less good than the first lap, but that's alright. Ice Mountain, that little gap there is very difficult to clear in one go. So we're going to be coming up on this section again. Get a little turnaround, hit the brakes, try to use your momentum the other way around, and jump back up. Speaking of momentum, you might see me do a lot of weird janky camera movements, and that is because momentum in this game works like... You basically push your character when you hold forward in the exact direction that you're holding your mouse in. Playing this with mouse and keyboard, by the way. And so, if you want to brake, you can either spin around completely, or hit the brake button, which is a separate button, or do both at the same time. And your camera position also determines whether or not you go higher up or lower down as well. So I try to utilize that to the best of my ability to get as much positive airtime in specifically the Dusty Desert here, where I try to get some good jumps, maintain a lot of fasts in this stage. This is the stage where you tend to go the fastest, which of course we absolutely love, going many fasts. And then we're gonna be taking this jump. This is a difficult one to get right. I don't think I got quite enough momentum, so I'll have to take the lower path. Optimally, you go up to the top ledge there and sort of ride it around. Get a few good bonks there, and then this area here, right after, lines up a lot better. Since I got a lower path, I resorted to doing a little bit of braking. And now this is the area where you got the most space to go extremely fast, with right at the end a moment where you have to, absolutely have to, cancel all of your speed by bonking into the wall. Right on these darker blocks there. If you do not kill your momentum, you fly off into the distance quite a far away, and you lose like so much time. It is ridiculous. So that spot, absolutely do take the bonk. There's two darker looking squares that you can use as a visual cue to bump into it. Over here we take the bonk for the sake of getting a good solid turnaround, so we can get ourselves back to the actual path that we need to take. So, when it comes to how many fasts you can go, you're kind of limited by the tracks. I'm not sure if there is like an absolutely maximum speed. What I do know... Oops, that's a bad jump. What I do know is that there is a category called the hyperspeed category, which is when you play a supersonic. And the whole mechanic of supersonic is that he has no limit to how fast he accelerates, which makes it so that most of the stages you just end up flying, just nothing but flying. It's extremely hard to control, but the run is also really fast if you actually manage to do it right. Other than that, you've got your normal balls, who I usually clock out at 170 or 270 max. On the fast over here, 280 even. There we go, there's the bonk spot. And that's basically on this stage that you get to go the maximum amount of fasts that you would be able to, because there's just enough open space, good jumping spots and all that. And we're already heading into the final stage of the game, which, I mean, no Sonic game is complete without the Rainbow Road, right? No, slow is not a real word. This stage has a few difficult jumps, a few difficult things, but they're mostly at the end of the track, and I'll notify you of it once we are there. Got a beautiful star with a lovely face on it. And we're going to a beautiful spot where you get to do a nice long jump for a lot of fasts, which you immediately have to twist. Weirdly enough, I twisted it right here and then back to the left, so you get to stay on track without losing too much momentum. Then over here, before the loop, you reset, turn around. I like to move to this green area and then up to the checkpoint to try and get this jump. Sometimes that jump goes wrong and there's a backup strat that you can do if you don't get it. But you get to skip a whole turn at least by doing that. We're about to come up on the last lap. For tech, time will be once I hit the finish checkpoint, right after the big jump. So we're about to be there. At the very least, I hope everybody's enjoyed this run, this goofy, silly game. It's very nice. We're coming up on time very soon. So let's get the reset. Oh, turn around to the green. Back up to the red, jump while you're in the red, and time will be coming up, and time. That's that. So, this game is great. This game is silly. If you do end up picking up this game, make sure you download it from a website called Game Jolt. I do believe there have been other websites that sell the game or have viruses on them, so make sure you get it from Game Jolt. That's the good one. This game is super fun, silly, great. Thanks for the donations to get the character going. Before we hand it off, I'm just quickly going to show you the characters real quick. We got our Sonic. We got good boy Knuckles with a beautiful face. Tails. It's very good. Amy Rose. There was Shadow. We got Rogue, who's an actual bat. Aspio, Silver, Blows, and a character that weirdly enough acts like a normal ball for the normal category, which is Vactor. Once you spin, it gets don't worry about it. And then there's the oddball categories, which are Big, who's very big, barely jumps. Eggman, who's got egg physics. It's great. Charmy B, who's basically the one option for the oddball category because it's small and jumps real high. Metal Sonic. Yeah. And you got Supersonic, of course, who... Oh, God. So, let's leave it off with that. Thanks for having Sonic Ball yet again. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, it's... I'm still laughing at the characters. This game is great. I love it. I hope I didn't promise you guys too much when I said this game is an absolute treat. I hope you absolutely enjoyed this run. Yeah, thank you very much, KillerChair, for this amazing run. Friends, it is time for us to head into a quick intermission, and when we come back, it is time for the ever so awesome Grumpmeister to speedrun Hotel Mario. And I will be signing off as well. And instead of me, we'll be hearing the ever so cheerful Zelda Addicted on the hosting mic. So thanks BSG for having me as a host. And yeah, we will be jumping into a quick intermission. And when we come back, it's Hotel Mario time. So please don't go anywhere. We still have a lot of amazing speedruns up in store for you guys. So stay tuned, everybody.